Santa Clarita, California, and there is a controversy over Blue Lives Matter, the thin blue line that supports police. Apparently at a youth football game that was on the school district facility, the superintendent, well, here's the video first of the kids and what they were wearing on their helmet decals. Watch this. So there they are. Those are the thin blue line helmet decals that are on this like youth football team, and it's part of a school district team. And the irony is that in youth football, posting political messages on team uniforms, well, that is not allowed. That's forbidden. So the superintendent finds out about this and he decides, okay, well, we can't have this anymore. We are now going to remove all political decals, not just from the Pop Warner team, but from the junior high school team, from the high school team. And the reaction was, well, people were infuriated. There are a lot of former cops that live in Santa Clarita. And so a lot of people packed a school board to weigh in on flying their flag. Here's element number 3. Unfortunately, said a Saugus High School parent, unfortunately, the flag has been co-opted by racist elements in this country and it has a taint on it now. During the district board's meeting, parents and students complained that the Blue Lives Matter flag represented right-wing and white supremacist politics. A Gordon Valley High School student said, as someone of the African-American community, there was a spike in the popularity of the Blue Lives Matter flag after the rise of in 2020 of the Black Lives Matter protests. The majority white town, as we pointed out, is home to a large population of current and retired law enforcement. One resident, well, she said this, and she protested at the meeting and pointed out something that had happened where police had actually rushed into the school in 2019. In 2019, Saugus High School was the site of a shooting that killed 2 students. The shooter, who also attended the high school, shot and killed himself in the attack. And so there were some supporters of Blue Lives Matter saying, look, if we can ask police to rush into the school to try to help save students, what's wrong with having a decal supporting the police on the helmets of children? Of course, children probably don't really know much about Blue Lives Matter, and some may not know about Black Lives Matter, but a debate has erupted, and there's apparently some sort of counter protests that are going on. There's some talk of perhaps people showing up at the next high school game with a lot of Blue Lives Matter flags and paraphernalia and trying to force the issue. Dan Evans, what do you make of all of this?
It's a really interesting story, and there's only one thing that maybe I would correct you there on, is that I think a lot of these kids are very aware of what Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter and a lot of what these movements mean and what they are. We're talking about Gen Z being a very politically connected generation through social media, through TikTok, through shows like we're doing right now. But also a lot of these students are living this as well. And Santa Clarita, for those people who live in the LA area, know that it is home to a lot of police officers. It is home to a particularly racial element, let's say, within the police force. And so that is going to get melded along with the Blue Lives Matter flag and tradition. And so I don't fault the students or members of the school for saying, hey, this flag is a little bit charged now, it's a little bit uncomfortable. We can ride the line by saying, hey, we're very grateful for what police officers do to protect us, but we don't endorse the way police officers are used to equate them with white supremacist violence in any way, shape, or form. And we don't want our students to feel that way on the football field.
Well, maybe one of the things is if the people who support Blue Lives Matter and the thin blue line really want this decal on the helmets, then maybe there should also be a weekend when there's the LGBTQ pride flag that is put on football helmets, and where there's the Black Lives Matter symbol which is put on helmets, and all sorts of other political slogans or whatnot. Everybody should have an opportunity to dress up their Pop Warner youth football team on school property with political slogans if that's where this is gonna go.
Yeah, you either do that or nothing, I would say, which is, I'm all for political expression of all kinds. Just because it's a public place doesn't mean that you can't have political expression, but that political expression can't come at the expense of making other students feel uncomfortable and threatened. And you have to look at the realities of how certain symbols and slogans are being used nowadays.